Once the work of conquest has been completed, man will be brought into a beautiful world. This life will, of course, still be on earth, but it will be totally unlike man's life today. It is the life that mankind will have after the whole of mankind has been conquered. It will be a new beginning for man on earth, and for mankind to have such a life will be proof that mankind has entered a new and beautiful realm. It will be the beginning of the life of man and God on earth. The premise of such a beautiful life must be that after man has been purified and conquered, he submits before the Creator. And so, the work of conquest is the last stage of God's work before mankind enters the wonderful destination. Such a life is man's future life on earth. It is the most beautiful life on earth, the kind of life that man longs for, the kind that man has never before achieved in the history of the world. It is the final outcome of the 6,000 years of work of management. It is what mankind yearns for most, and it is also God's promise to man. But this promise cannot come to pass immediately. Man will enter the future destination only once the work of the last days has been completed, and he has been completely conquered. That is, once Satan has been utterly defeated. Man will be without a sinful nature after he has been refined, because God will have defeated Satan, which means that there will be no encroachment by hostile forces, and no hostile forces that can attack the flesh of man. And so man will be free and holy. He will have entered eternity. Only if the hostile forces of darkness are bound will man be free wherever he goes, and without rebelliousness or opposition. Satan has but to be bound for man to be okay. Today, he is not okay because Satan still stirs up trouble everywhere on earth, and because the entire work of God's management has yet to reach its end. Once Satan has been defeated, man will be completely liberated. When man gains God and comes out from under the domain of Satan, he will behold the Son of Righteousness. The life due to normal man will be regained. All that should be possessed by normal man, such as the ability to discern good from evil, and understanding of how to eat and clothe oneself, and the ability to live normally, all of this will be regained. Even if Eve had not been tempted by the serpent, man should have had such a normal life after he was created in the beginning. He should have eaten, been clothed, and led the life of normal man on earth. Yet after man became depraved, this life became a pipe dream. And even today, man does not dare to imagine such things. In fact, this beautiful life that man longs for is a necessity. If man were without such a destination, then his depraved life on earth would never cease. And if there were not such a beautiful life, then there would be no conclusion to Satan's fate or to the age in which Satan holds dominion over earth. Man must arrive at a realm unreachable by the forces of darkness, and when he does, this will prove that Satan has been defeated. In this way, once there is no disturbance by Satan, God himself will control mankind, and he will command and control the entire life of man. Only this will count as the defeat of Satan. Man's life today is mostly a life of filth, and still a life of suffering and affliction. This could not be called the defeat of Satan. Man has yet to escape from the sea of affliction, has yet to escape from the hardship of the life of man, or the influence of Satan, and he still has but an infinitesimal knowledge of God. All of man's hardship was created by Satan. It was Satan that brought the sufferings into the life of man. And only after Satan is bound will man be able to completely escape from the sea of affliction. Yet the bondage of Satan is achieved through the conquest and gain of the heart of man, by making man the spoils of the battle with Satan.
mystery of